Is that okay? This album began with us sitting in a coffee shop at the end of last year, kind of with me with a list of things that aspirations for the next year. Quite big things on that list, and one of them was, hey, let's record an album.
Yeah, I really didn't think that was going to happen, because at the time it seemed like just an idea that Simon had just said, and pipe dream wasn't going to happen. And next thing I knew, we were sitting there in the studio recording our album, which was nice.
Since our first album, It Couldn't Have Been Miss Scarlet, she was with us at the time, quite a lot has changed.
Yeah, this time around it was really cool, because obviously with Miss Scarlet it was just Simon and I, and then kind of Simon and I for backing vocals.
The transition into going from a duo and then becoming a full band was something we had discussed even during the creation of Miss Scarlet. In fact, we even alluded to it on our album inlay. So when we eventually did decide to go from a duo to a full band, which was about 1.5 years ago, we kind of knew the people we wanted to get involved, and there actually happened to be people that were involved in the creation of Miss Scarlet.
To get Rich Graham in on bass, who was the original Skyrocket on Miss Scarlet, and Tim Price on drums, did all the design and the inlays for the cover for Miss Scarlet, and Tim Smith was doing the sound actually at the Miss Scarlet CD launch, so to keep it all in the family like that it's been really cool.
Not only was this going to be our first full band album, but it was going to be our first professionally recorded album. We thought the last kind of stuff we've done has been recorded in my bedroom, so probably about time we upped our game. To help us kind of do this in a professional studio with a professional engineer and mixing guy and everyone, we got along Matt Allison.
I've always enjoyed the Brothers Streep from when they were still their old name, which for copyright reasons I may not mention. But basically I really enjoyed them from the get-go when it was still Simon and Dill, and I've always wanted to make a record with the Streeps, and it just seemed like the right time.
I do have no idea what I'm doing. This is fairly random. It's the first record I've ever made, and yeah, well, I think we'll just throw it to the wind. If something blows up, well, you know, you guys got insurance, right?
It was an interesting record to make because of time constraints, budgets and everything else. We're making it in various places. So we started in Dream Space recording studios in town, and basically we cut most of the stuff there live as a band. Everybody played live, so we played to click, but it was kind of it's a rarity today when everyone normally overdubs a session. So we did a couple overdubs and we've done some edits, but it was made largely as the Brothers Streep playing live. We didn't want to make the record something that wouldn't be reproducible, you know, live as an album. And so we started there. Dave Langeman is mixing it. Dave's done a lot of great work with me over the last 3 years. We've been working together. Matt Duminy as well is doing the edits for us, and then Tim Lamport will be mastering the record. I believe that in order to make a record, it's best that we have a team of guys that each bring their own ears and their own feel to a project, and I've been working this way with that team of guys for over 3 years now.
It's safer to jump on a spring-free trampoline. We know it sounds ridiculous, but that's exactly what we mean. You can't smash your head in when the surface is so soft. Spring-free trampoline keeps all children safe, so this in-your-face marketing should not be scoffed.
Okay, really, guys, let's break it down. It absolutely is atrocious. I mean, I'm probably gonna have to re-record every single instrument. You know, I think a cat can sing more in tune than Simon, but you know, outside of that, I think we should be fine.
Obviously, things have been a little more disciplined this time around, doing a professional recording versus recording in Simon's bedroom. We're holding up a pair of boxes instead of a pop shield at times in front of the mic. I think there were times when we thought we'd get away with just piling around, being a bunch of idiots, and then Matt would kind of whip us in shape. But that was cool. I mean, it's always good to be slightly professional when you're trying to release a professional album.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Just moving all the things, change what Matt's done.
Yeah.
It was hard work, but at the same time it was exciting to be in a big studio. You know, I'm quite a sound enthusiast myself, and so it was great just to be around such good gear and professional expertise of Matt and stuff. And it was tiring, and it was actually a little bit harder work than I thought. You know, most Streep things, our humour and everything just comes pretty naturally, but this was like we had to up our game a little bit in terms of our commitment to getting things right.
Yeah, so one more.
So need tuning, I'm trying. Just give me a second. Right, just right. One more. Almost there. Here we go. Still working stuff out chord-wise, but it's sounding pretty good. Having two Tims in the band, it's kind of cool because when somebody says, wow, that thing that Tim played was really good, you know, I could take that to mean it was me. And if it's that thing that Tim played was really bad, then I just always assume it's the drummer. So, you know, it works out pretty well. Timmy, did you bring your brushes?
No, I didn't, but I'm actually fortunate that the studio provided their own brushes. These are special brushes, they're B brushes, if you can read that. 38mm. That's it's actually mostly used in jazz. Yeah, that's a very jazzy brush sound. Jazz. The big difference between this album and the last one is that I actually got to play on this album, which was awesome. The previous one I was only allowed to design the cover. The last album had no drums at all, so that was a big difference for me. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with it. I got to use my brand new Mapex kit, which just sounded super sexy. It was the first time it actually ever been played, so everything was brand new and silky smooth. It was very nice.
Yeah, I mean, this was quite an upgrade for me because, you know, Streep album Mark 1, the Scarlet, you know, I appeared in that, but it was pretty much just a skyrocket. So I mean, this is quite a step forward for me, you know, as a part of Streep. So, you know, good times.
One more time! One more time! One more time! One more time! Sorry. One more time! One more time!
How did you feel about your one more time?
Yeah, I see it was difficult because I'm not used to having to yell it that loud and the voice was...
Just look like hard work from here out. On the way you went this scum. You will not rest till the job's done. You will not rest until the job is done. And I want for that to be a lie. It's not the treasure I despise, it's the sadness in their eyes. To tell you the truth, I'm not actually that bad.
We don't just have the full band on this album, we've been lucky enough to get some guest musicians in to play the things that we kind of wanted to be there but we couldn't play ourselves. Perhaps my favourite thing about this album is that we have a string section for 2 songs. So we got Gabby Copez on cello and Karen Stewart on violin, both excellent musicians, although Karen was a bit shy when introducing herself on camera. Ready?
Hi, I'm Kay from Kay and the Bird and I'm here to do strings.
Hi, I'm Kay from Kay.
Me. Hi, I'm Kay from Kay and the Bird and I'm here to do strings. Matt.
Yeah, I'm Kay from Kay. Well,
I can do it without laughing.
yeah, do you want to hear this?
Hi, I'm Kay from Kay and the Bird and I'm here to do strings.
Me. Hi, I'm Kay from Kay and the Bird and I'm here to do strings.
Me! What was I supposed to say?
Kay!
Hi, I'm Kay from Kay and the Bird. I'm here to do strings.
We were fortunate enough to have John Shaban of Captain Stew come in and do the sax parts on Fly Away Today, brackets proudly South African. He is not only a gentleman, but he is a scholar and a musical genius. I love him.
I would say my favourite songs on the album are probably the ones with strings, so it's My Pirate Friends and Me and Bored of Your Games.
Favorite song?
I'm bored of your games, part 3, section 2, cross section 5. I don't actually know what it's called, but it's good.
Because of the musical ground that it travels, probably the pirate song.
I would have to say it's a cross between Fight and Jump.
It's between 3 songs: My Pirate Friends and Me, Bored of Your Games, and Walt Disney.
Yeah. Probably, I guess.
Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya. Oh, Lord, kumbaya. What? What is that singing? Just shut up! No!
Anything else you want to say?
That's what I've been wanting to say for a long time now. It's good to get out of my chest.